back to the Hit Play Podcast. We're the Hit Players. That's Claire. That's James. I'm Isaac. We are back. You wanted to say something?
I was just gonna laugh. That's all.
Oh, okay.
That's James.
You are James. Carter.
LAPD.
I'm Detective James Carter, LAPD. Yes, we're here to continuing this nostalgia month of remembering past great films such as Sky High. We're continuing with another great piece of work that I think has dominated you and I's childhoods. This is James's first time watching these movies.
This is as I described it to James. I said this was my Interstellar.
Anyways, yeah, we buckled James to that spot exactly. This is the first time he's moving in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Because we buckled him down and made him watch
'Cause
the Rush Hour trilogy.
It took us 2 weeks to watch 3 movies.
We're busy people.
I mean,
Yeah.
considering it takes us 4 weeks to watch a movie,
Yeah.
I feel like this is pretty good.
Yeah. I'd say it's not bad for us.
Pretty good. And we also had a freeze
Yeah.
halfway in between it.
That's true.
So, well,
We had a hybrid freeze.
We will
freeze.
next week as well.
We'll have a real one next.
Yep.
The last one was the warm up. This
Yeah.
is the
Yeah. This is the
cool
trip
down.
your faucets for the next month.
Yeah. But yeah, we watched the Rush Hour trilogy, a trilogy you could say a lot about.
Yeah.
But for me and Claire, I think we could say that it is easily the one that is, I mean, for me at least, defined my style of comedy and stuff that I just find hilarious.
I will ask you this, James. As you're watching it, did like some of the things that we do make sense?
Well, because you guys quote this movie so often. That's all it really is for the most part. I mean, neither of you are into martial arts,
Oh.
except for watching it,
I like
perhaps.
Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
It's martial arts. It's a martial arts manga.
I mean, yeah, I did martial arts when I was a kid.
I did too.
Yeah, I've played UFC 3 a couple times.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of Ninja Gaiden.
I watch boxing. I played Persona 5.
That was a loud laugh.
That one was the worst one. Isaac, you got it. I'm done with you. Won with Persona 5. I'm good. Anyway,
Persona 5 is martial arts.
it's really not.
In a way.
Anyway, James, continue with your point.
No, I have nothing left to say.
James is quiet for the rest of the pod.
What were your expectations heading into watching these movies?
That it'd be funny.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were those expectations met?
Yeah. No,
Okay,
I
good.
have seen.
That's all I care about. I know you're going to try and break it down like, how do you feel about the characters? How do you feel about the plot? As long as you found it funny, I don't care.
After the halfway
Bash
through
this movie all you want.
halfway through the first movie,
Yeah.
James cracked up at some joke. I don't remember what the joke was, and I just turned to Isaac and I was like, "We got him to laugh. We're good. Like we're set."
He did say when you left last time, he's like, man, I wish he had stayed to watch the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, I
Yeah.
do.
No, well, it was more so because like I just wanted to watch them all
Yeah,
with
with
you
all of
guys.
us,
I felt
yeah.
bad that you had to leave halfway through the
Yeah, it's
second
fine.
one.
Like I said, I've seen the second one.
Now, did you find more enjoyment from us laughing or from
Yes.
the actual movie?
Oh.
No, 100%. You
From us
part of the reason why I wanted to watch it with you two is because you guys quoting verbatim and then still laughing.
I tried not to.
at jokes.
I tried not to quote it. I don't like when people quote movies while I'm watching them for the first time, so I
Yeah.
was trying not to do it. But there were just some times where I could,
There were a couple.
I could
moments
feel
where-
the punchline coming, and I was like, "This is gonna be so good."
Yeah, you could hear us as like a faint echo behind it. Like we weren't loud enough to be heard, but like we were loud enough to be heard. Like,
Yeah, no, 100%. That was the funniest part. Were you guys your reactions?
Yeah.
and just enjoying this movie.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I definitely have thoughts on at least. Okay, I have thoughts on all 3 films, but really the first 2, and the third is kind of separate in my opinion. You can't break these down by discussing
No,
the
they're
characters
buddy
or the
cop
plots.
movies.
Yeah.
It's,
And I wasn't planning on doing that for these anyway, because I like this Jackie Chan style of like action and comedy combined together. I know that that's not really like a super popular genre in America. I mean, we got Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is kind of
Very
it
similar.
had a lot of elements of action and comedy mixed in together. But for the most part, here in America, we tend to be just like, drama action.
Super serious.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm hoping that we're gonna get a resurgence of the comedy action genre because after everything at once, we do have that realtor.
Oh
movie
yeah,
that's coming
Love
out
Bites
soon.
or whatever it's called.
Yeah,
Love Hurts.
Love Hurts. Yeah,
and that looks like it's the same style, like
yeah.
Yeah, we
echoing
also
that.
have
So I'm hoping we get more of this.
We also have that new Captain America movie coming out.
Exactly.
Yeah, comedy.
Yeah. Because
had-
it's
a
really
joke. This franchise is a joke.
Anyway, but yeah, no, I mean, I think you're right. Where it's not really something we see very often. So it's not anymore, at least.
What I was gonna say is I think that's why I love these movies so much is because they're one of one.
Mm-hmm.
In the similar vein of how we talked about Sky High, where it's like it's just it.
Yeah.
Like these movies, there's three of them. Granted, there's three of them, but
Yeah.
like they're it.
Yeah.
Right. Like
Cinema.
you could make a case. Yes, Jackie Chan has probably had higher stardom outside of these movies. Chris Tucker probably not. But like
He's
the
in
two of
Friday.
them going at it, or I guess together, like
Mhm.
in the peak era that they're like relevant, is kind of cool to watch. And also, it's just funny and good.
Yeah.
The first two are better than the third.
Yeah. The
Interesting.
third is Terminator 3 of the franchise. Is how I look at it.
So as I was thinking about the first two today while I was at work, I appreciate the action in them.
Mhm.
Like that is my biggest takeaway from them. Yes, they're funny, certainly.
Mhm.
But like that's what I appreciate about them the most was just in the first two Rush Hour films, the action scenes are like so incredibly legible and so well choreographed that it achieves that level of like being almost dance like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
between the performers,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
which some people kind of criticize action scenes for having that like vibe or flavor to them, and I get that, but for the sense for the fact that these are comedies, you want that sense of like impeccable timing, and so I appreciate that they have that like everything flows between each action, and I love that about those first two films, especially because these are still the 90s, and so we're not in that Jason Bourne cut Liam Neeson jumping a fence
That's exactly what I was
levels.
gonna say.
We're not in that
or
yet.
15 cuts for a 2 second.
Yeah. Rush Hour 3, however, is kind of
Yeah, no, it's
They
very
lose it a
sad.
little,
That was the
yeah.
first thing I noticed when we started watching. I was like,
a very
Damn, this
different
cut weird.
vibe.
Mhm.
Yeah. No. The Rush Hour 3 had worse action, in my opinion, out of the
it
three.
felt more like a stereotypical, like Rent from Redbox kind
Yeah.
of action movie,
Yeah.
like Liam Neeson style.
Mhm.
Not Taken, because Taken is goaded, but
Yeah.
like
More like Godfather.
if Taken 5
To
came out.
Threekin. Yeah.
What?
Like the third one to Threekin, that they replaced the.
Because
I
they
hate you.
replaced
I hate you so much.
like Fan 4 stick.
Yes. Four stick. Yeah,
Fan four
I hate you.
stick.
I hate you so much.
How to tell a movie's going to be bad? They put a number in the title.
Yeah. Too Fast, Too Furious.
Okay, hold on. Shut your mouth.
Too Fast for Threes.
But-
Anyway, continue.
Movies like that, I don't watch them for the characters or for the plots.
Right.
I watch them because I want to see cool action stuff.
Yeah.
It's the same thing for the John Wick movies, for
Yeah.
example.
Mhm.
I just want to see the cool action scenes. And those first two Rush Hour films, especially Rush Hour 2, in my opinion, had that all the way through. And I really enjoyed that. It was enjoyable.
I'm shocked that's his, like I'm not gonna lie. Like I knew you were laughing and having a decent time. I'm genuinely shocked that your takeaway is it was enjoyable. That is blowing my mind right now. I'm so happy.
What'd you think I was gonna sit here and be like?
I didn't think you were gonna be like, wow, these movies sucked. Like I could tell from the first one that you were like having a good time, but I figured you're just gonna be like, yeah, it was like all right.
They're movies.
Yeah.
Or, like they're movies. Like
They
you're-
exist.
You're giving a very positive review right now, and it's very.
I
happy
like
as.
good action scenes.
No, I know.
These movies had good action scenes.
It's just like
What's so bad about that?
nothing. I'm happy. I'm like I love these movies, James.
Why are you yelling at me?
Why are you raising your? Because you're raising your voice.
Why are you yelling at me? Why are you booing me? I'm right.
Yeah. Why are you arguing? We agree.
You guys are pulling an Isaac and Claire.
I
Yeah.
know, right?
Anyway,
Reeling in the bait.
the racism, however.
Yeah, there's some very problematic parts of these
There's
movies.
definitely
Okay,
some
hold
things
on.
that have not aged.
Number one, the opening credits directed by Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
Ratner. Big problem.
Yeah.
Number two, the racism
Okay, here's
It's
the
the
thing.
90s.
Here's the
Get it?
thing. I have made this argument before that most of the time when people say that you can't make this today, they're referring to some work of art that like includes some form of bigotry in it.
Right.
These movies, at least the first two, were very clearly comedies
Yeah.
through and through. This isn't like, like Daily Wire TV, like anti-woke, like Velma levels of like, we want to purposely be racist to piss people off.
Yeah, like we're
Like,
trying to make a point.
If these movies were made today, they would have a completely different vibe to the jokes. Like you can like these are clearly jokes in a comedy as opposed to what most offensive humor is today, which is purposefully political and offensive.
Yeah.
Which sucks that we have to like be like, oh yeah, these great movies in the past that like can still make us laugh. We can't have that any longer. But you absolutely could make these movies today. I think the thing that you couldn't do is the action.
Yeah, the action's good. Like it's going to be a lot harder to get that kind of same style. Like, and I think that's just like we kind of commented earlier. It's like the way that Jackie Chan, specifically in his action style, how he does, because he does a lot of his own stunts. He does a lot of the choreography himself in these movies. Like matching that same level of like, oh, I'm in a fight. Let me just grab this and yeet it at somebody, and you can see it coming from like 10 feet away.
Counterpoint, and you made it earlier today. John Wick movies
Yeah.
are exactly this.
That's the thing, is that John Wick is a different style almost, because while there's the same level of like perfect blend of like everything has its purpose, it's a beautiful dance, everything's happening the way it should. John Wick is very like almost militaristic in it, where it's not John like, kind of making this slapstick like, oh, there's a trash can here, let me bonk this guy with it, put it over this dude's head, shove him aside. You see him in the background like trying to
you're
get the
saying
trash
like the
can off.
comedic element of it.
Yeah, like it's going to be really hard to nail that again, I feel like.
The argument that I would make is John Wick movies, while they do have legible action, they're still stylized. Whereas these movies, it's very much like we just watch them fight.
Yeah.
And then we only ever, like the cuts are only ever motivated when we have to move to a different part of the room. Or to show a joke.
Yeah, show a better angle or something.
Something like that, Whereas in the John Wick movies, it's still like you're getting that like, synth wave, whatever the hell you want to call it.
Top-down shooter.
Yeah, top-down shooter kind of stuff, That would be interesting to try to make comedic. Anyway.
That would actually. I'd love to see that, try to make that a little bit more interesting.
Anyway,
I want John Wick to start throwing out one-liners.
That would require him to talk.
Yeah, but
it's
just
not
imagine,
going to happen.
right?
And more than just, yeah.
Like a beautiful action sequence. He finishes it, bullets the last guy. He's like, "You just got wicked," and then like explosion.
Oh God.
Cinema. Anyway, continue.
I'm so glad you're not a film major.
If I was a film major, I'd probably have better joke.
You definitely would not. After hearing that
John
garbage.
Wick shoots the guy. He goes, "It's Morbin time."
And then he morbed all over him.
It's a completely different movie halfway through.
The main villain gets wick on the ground. Like, guess this candle's burned down to its wick. Like,
Whoa.
I've done.
Linkin Park starts playing.
you can really tell what movies that I've grew up and formulated.
No,
myself
it's just what's
around.
on your For You page for TikTok.
Rip in peace TikTok, by the way.
R.I.P.
Yeah, by the time this goes out, it'll be dead.
I'm going
And
to the
my
new,
intelligence will go
yeah,
back
I'm
up.
going to the new, whatever the new app is.
Vine 2.
The Chinese spyware. Nice. Anyway,
I mean, rewatching this film, all three of these, how was it for you guys? I mean, obviously you
like I
already
never
loved
left.
them. Yeah.
it's
Honestly.
I mean, every time I watch these, I'm definitely bad in the face from like, wow, these movies make a lot of jokes that I'm like, ooh, ugh, yikes. Like I forgot that the very mild like transphobia comments in the third one, and I was like,
Mild.
oh, yikes. I mean, it's
Mild.
I'm trying to be nice.
No. The third movie sucked. I didn't like it at all.
Yeah,
that's
you didn't
fair.
laugh nearly as much.
Had worse action, had worse jokes.
To be fair,
It was a lot more racist, but like not fun.
Yeah.
That's
Okay, not fun racist,
Yeah.
but like
But it's okay if it's against
very
the French.
clearly there was a
That's
jive.
what
But
I was
The
talking.
third one definitely felt like I feel like you actually hate Jackie Chan behind the scenes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Where it's like you can tell that there is like
yeah.
the first
yeah,
two
yeah.
films are clearly a comedy, whereas the third movie, is whatever like amount of time passed between making those
Yeah.
films, clearly there's a different approach to how we're handling
This kind of style.
this
yeah.
kind of style of action and comedy, and also in light of Brett Ratner's sexual assault allegations, the movie is
Yeah.
incredibly creepy
Yeah.
in ways that the first two were not,
I mean, the amount of sexual jokes,
Yeah.
ramped up immensely. And then Roman Polanski shows up in
and
an
then the joke
uncredited
he
role.
makes at the end. I don't know if you know.
No, I caught it.
Okay. But he's like, my butt hurts, and he winks, and I was like,
Yeah. No, that was the first time I ever caught that, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
you know. Anyways,
It's a real, you can't separate art from artist
No.
yeah, that
Sometimes
took me out of it.
tough ones,
to an extent, yeah.
yeah.
Well, was it the first one when he's playing, or second one, right, when they're playing P. Diddy?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
oh
like,
my
oh,
god, this
no.
movie's the most problematic movie of all
Yeah.
time. And then Roman Polanski shows up on screen, and I'm like, oh my god, this movie's the most
The most
problematic,
problematic
movie of all time.
No, these films are definitely like, they
They're products of
have,
their time.
mm-hmm.
yeah, they're like that one cousin
From a
who's
different
like
era.
has been to jail, but everyone is still cool with. And you're like, we know you have your problems, but like you can still sit at
I
the
mean,
kids'
think
table.
about how many 80s and 70s comedies that our parents loved
Oh,
and
yeah.
watched that
Have the same.
you
level
watch
Of,
and it's like, they drop hard slurs.
Yeah.
And not just like
Yeah.
the common ones.
I mean,
And you're like I remember watching Bad News Bears, and I was like, what the like the original Bad News Bears. I
Yeah.
was like, I thought this was a kids movie.
yeah.
It is. It was.
I mean, at the time it was, yeah. Like, and same with these, because like,
You got one of the kids calling the other one a. I'm not gonna say it.
right, yeah. But
What?
like,
Fill in the blank.
this is like, these are like what, PG-13 movies, I think, something like that.
Yes. Yeah.
I mean, I watched these when I was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the prime
You
age
know.
for PG-13.
Yeah. Ironic, yeah. But and so like,
Shout out MPAA.
you know,
Shout out my mom and dad.
say yeah, because my parents showed me the first one or the second one. And it just, you really think about it as an adult, and you're like, why did they show me this? Because nowadays you're like, wow, some of these jokes are really bad, but at the time it was okay.
I don't feel like
A
it's.
black
I
man
don't
could
feel
make
like-
fun of a Chinese man as much as he wanted.
Honestly, the jokes weren't that bad.
No.
I don't think anybody going into these first two films would really be offensive unless they wanted to be. You know what I
Well,
mean, though?
That's
Because
what I was getting.
they're, yeah, but how many people? Nobody's gonna. You know what I mean? You're generalizing.
Took the bait again.
You took the bait.
I didn't take the bait.
You're taking the bait right now.
My point still stands.
You're done. Yeah.
Join us on Patreon if you want to watch them fight.
Yeah. It's stylized. he does John Wick. I do Jackie Chan. No, I
Epic.
mean, like, they're not like, I'm not sitting here going like, wow, we should cancel these movies. They're like atrocious. But like, it's definitely one of those things that going back as an adult, I'm looking at these. I'm like, first off, missed half of these jokes because I didn't know what they were talking about. Always a good time. And second off, wow, some of those jokes I was like, yeesh, funny. I'm laughing, but like,
I feel like the first two could still come out today
probably.
Yeah.
with nothing changed. The third movie would get canceled 100%.
For sure.
Yeah, mainly because it's French.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's not as bad though because it's about the French. You can make fun of the French.
I
all
mean,
you want.
everybody knows how I feel. About
I mean, I did appreciate the French cab driver who got to experience being American and get shot.
Yeah.
He puts on the goddamn Lakers hat.
I appreciate. Man has one exciting day and he's like, I'm ready to kill somebody. I'm like,
It's
real.
things like that where I'm like, triple the goddamn defense budget. I love it being American. He's like, Americans are so stupid. They just start wars. And I'm like, you're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. We start wars.
It's big. What the fuck is a kilometer vibes?
I did also the fact that he and his wife argue in English, just with French accents. And I'm like, you have no problem making Jackie Chan speak 4 different languages throughout these films, but you're going to make the French actors speak English?
They had subtitles on multiple parts in the film. I was like, just put the subtitles on. That was an argument that the
Well,
wife
technically
had.
That
for
was
the
just the
sake
editor
of-
being lazy.
Cab
Yeah.
driver is from Israel, but whatever. Anyway, yeah.
But yeah, that was entirely just because they they wanted to, have the wife make the argument in front of his guests to prove a point.
All right, let's go
We'll go
film
for
by film then, just real
Okay.
quick. The first one, you watched it. Your highlights.
Highlights. What do I remember?
Let me ask you this.
Yes.
The reveal when it's revealed that Jackie Chan does speak English.
Mm-hmm.
Did that? I mean, obviously you know Jackie Chan. You watch Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
1 and 2. Did you? But did that like twist you, or you were like, why is Jackie Chan not speaking English?
I was just waiting for him to speak English.
Yeah.
I was thinking, like, what joke are they gonna pull to set up that he speaks English?
Yeah.
He was too old when we showed him these movies. He knew what was going to happen. He lost the joy that we had as kids. We were like, oh, he can speak English.
This is what I'm going to show my non-racist side to Connor or Claire. Sorry, didn't apply to me.
that third movie was so transphobic. It's actually great.
I'm kidding.
All jokes aside,
Yeah.
that was just jokes. We are, for the record, none of us are racist on the podcast. I hate that you're smiling because people think I'm lying.
No, it's just more like on the podcast.
It's a real, like, let's eat, Grandpa. Let's eat, Grandpa.
Punctuation is important, kids. I'm a daily reminder of that.
When you're editing this, just throw a big comma on the screen.
Yeah. None of us on the podcast are racist. On or off the podcast.
There you go. Saved.
Saved.
Anyway, what was your favorite joke from the first movie? How about that?
When Chris Tucker called him Rice-A-Roni.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That one.
Yeah, that's a good
I
one.
got stuck with this goddamn rice-a-roni.
It's like, yeah, that was the first one. I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
Because that's right when he gets off the plane, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that one caught me off guard.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That was about it. I mean, I really don't remember much from the first movie.
How do you not? What? How
How
do
do
you
you
like
not
these
remember?
movies and not remember
I know,
much?
right?
The second one, I
watched
remember
these
much
once, and I was quoting them verbatim.
The first one was
Really?
with the blonde guy. Fight me like a man. Yeah. They go to the Chinese
Oh,
restaurant.
that's.
my
think
favorite
I
part.
remember that,
My favorite
yeah.
joke is when he goes and they get Chinese food. Like, damn, Chen, you ain't got something better. You got some baby back ribs, chicken wings,
Yeah.
Chinese food, no soul food here. I ain't talking about no soul food, just some better food. You selling me a big box of grease? How you gonna sell me a big box of grease? I'll chin you on what? I'll chin you on what? I ain't no punk bitch. I ain't no punk bitch either.
See, you guys can quote these verbatim.
I love that scene. I ain't no
It's
punk
just
bitch.
so good.
I ain't no punk bitch neither. I'm no punk
I'm
bitch.
just walking away. I ain't no punk bitch.
I mean,
Hmm.
that's really all I really remember from the first movie.
Wow.
I remember the ending because Jackie Chan is holding on to that,
The
and
pipe,
on the pipe. And then it's a reference to an older Jackie Chan film, the way that he kind of falls and slides down on the on that red thing. So I recognize that, but no, I really don't remember much.
Don't
from
remember
that
the
first
British
film.
guy. The fight at the restaurant. It's probably my favorite fight scene.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the fight in the pool
Oh
hall.
my god.
The fight in the pool hall.
The fight in the pool hall is one of the best fights.
Because up until that point, we don't really see much fighting,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking like, what direction are they going to take these in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we get the pool hall scene, and I'm like, okay, at least they know what they're doing.
Which is funny because that's one of the reasons Jackie Chan doesn't like that one.
oh,
'Cause
really?
He doesn't get to fight in it. He has like 2 fight scenes.
Yeah. That's understandable.
It
I
is,
mean,
yeah.
the first movie, I would give it maybe like a B in terms of my personal rating for it.
Probably say an A, but I'm biased.
I'd
I'm gonna
hope so.
skew that up onto a A.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right.
You can
Other
round
than the
up.
fact that you're wrong.
There's a curve.
Yeah. There's a hard curve here. Just wait till we get to the second film.
The second film is an A. I really like the second
Yeah,
film.
I agree.
Much better
I
action
think I like
scene.
the second one a lot more.
It is the peak.
Yeah,
Literally.
for sure. Easily.
Uh-huh.
I that movie, because I had seen the ending of that film, and I think I mentioned that
mentioned it, yeah.
afterwards, both before and after. The only thing I had ever seen from the Rush Hour trilogy was the ending to the second film, and then the bloopers afterwards. So I at least knew that.
Mhm.
That was my only context of the entire Rush Hour series, was the quote, he's not going to be in Rush Hour 3. And that was it.
Which we quote at least twice a week.
constantly.
Which we said all the time on the Alien Let's
Yeah.
Play anyway.
Well, it was like one of the first times we watched somebody died. I think it was the first thing I said.
Such a good
Yeah.
quote.
Such a good quote.
Such a good quote.
I use it constantly for,
Yeah.
for everything.
I
yeah.
use it constantly too, and I hadn't even seen these movies.
It's so like that. Just like, damn, he ain't gonna be Rush Hour 3. Like, it's just so good. Like, it's one of those things. I'm like, I know why it's not in the movie, but it should have been the actual line. Like,
Yeah. I mean
Other than the
the
ending, what other sticks out for you?
the fight in the massage parlor.
Yeah. That's.
Peak,
I think that's
peak,
the one I
peak.
rewatched the most.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you know he's mad.
it also just has one of my favorite bits of, I guess, like, I don't know if you call it slapstick or whatever, but just like when he's like roughing up
Ricky Tan.
Ricky Tan, and then he's like, all right, and he like grabs him, and then all the goons stand up. He's like,
my God.
and him grabbing Jack's like, why didn't you tell me this man rolls like this?
The fucking karaoke bar.
Oh my god, this man's destroyed a classic. Boo, boo. Also with the massage parlor, as we mentioned, very formative in our youth. That as they walk in, everybody knows the scene.
Yeah.
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 What do you think of that?
I'd seen it before, not in real life, but like in other movies.
Ayo.
So I know that that's
Find
just
out what
how
James
those
looks up.
massage parlors work.
Yeah.
There's a film called Tar that came out a few years ago that features a scene like
How do you
that.
massage people with tar? It's sticky.
Anyways, trying to think what else.
I like when James.
The casino
Like,
scene is funny.
The casino scene's great.
I have a dream that white people
And
black people
and even Chinese people can gamble together without getting different chips.
What is this? It's $100,000, sir. Why do I got $500 chips and everybody else got a 10,000? Or what is it? 1,000?
Yeah, 1,000. Yeah.
What I gotta do to get $1,000 chips? What the hell is this? Is it because I'm black?
But you think I can only afford a nickel? That is another one of those things where anytime somebody says to me, "Oh yeah, I had a dream," my immediate response, like, it's
Start
just,
reciting MLK.
yeah, no, because that's what people do. They'll be like, "Oh, like they'll make the MLK joke, right?" I start doing the Chris Tucker quote.
God.
White people and black people.
Oh, you know what I remember from the first movie is when they're waiting outside the restaurant and they're dancing,
Yeah, and
To war.
they're
and he's like, yeah, showing him how to
trying
like
do the gun trick.
do
Yeah.
the gun trick. I remember that as well. Anyway,
I kind of wish that gun trick was mentioned at any other of the two films. Would have been a cool little
yeah,
callback, but
There's a lot of throwbacks from
there's
I mean,
a handful.
the fact that Jackie Chan is hanging from the ceiling from something in all three of them.
Mhm.
In the third film, when the cab driver is arguing with his wife, and he's like, I'm working for the U.S. now. Like, I'm a secret spy. You know, I can't tell you what my mission is. I thought he was going to say that it was G4 classified.
G14
classified.
Yeah.
That's another thing I quote all the time.
We love G14 classified.
My dad would always say that. I'd be like, "What's up with this, Dad?" He's like, "That's G14 classified." I think I was like 15 when I figured out where he got it from.
No.
Nice. No, second one was definitely the best movie.
Second one
in my opinion.
is-
best
Yeah,
chemistry,
Best jokes,
jokes. Yeah, for sure. Best action.
best, more interesting locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From
Best supporting
Vegas, and Hong
Vegas.
Kong, in like 2 seconds of LA.
Yeah. I did like.
Kenny, you a black man on Crenshaw selling Chinese food. You embarrassing yourself.
Shout out to John G.
I say my stepdad
Don
references
Cheadle.
that first I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then I'm gonna whoop your ass.
We'd love to see that. Wouldn't we like to see that, Jackie? His name is
It's
Lee.
Lee, goddammit.
Kick down the door, Jackie. Okay, Chris Tugger.
I'm so glad James loved these movies. You don't understand how happy I am that you were like laughing with us and not just like stoically quiet.
What kind of fish is this?
Oh my god.
Gefilte fish. What's the name of the fish again? Gefilte fish.
And then they just completely cut that part out. The
Oh,
final cut.
this is kosher. Shalom.
That was one of the jokes that I caught for the first time watching it with you guys when he's just like, oh, it's kosher. Shalom. It's just super quiet. I was like, bro.
And then we get to Terminator 3.
Yeah. Wait, hold up. Where do you place the second movie?
Oh, it's probably I wouldn't say it's my favorite comedy, but it's definitely like top 5. I mean, it formed a lot of my
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
style.
it is If I were to go down, and actually like genuinely rank my favorite films of all time, this would probably be in the top 3. It is like S+ for me, and that
Nice.
is entirely nostalgia bias. But
I still give it an A.
Yeah.
I liked it.
that's okay. You can be wrong.
Again, it's on a curve.
It's on a curve.
Jesus.
We're the two students who got really high, and you got like a mid score, so we're pulling you up.
Well, while you guys were getting
No,
high,
I was
I
gonna say,
studied for the.
He'd be pulling us up. But Anyway.
all right. So the third one.
I can't even rank it.
Okay, well, you can say something nice about the podcast. We are doing an entertainment
Yeah.
thing here.
I mean, you laughed once or twice.
I did laugh once or twice. There was the moment where Chris Tucker was making out with the woman, and she says something like, "I've never been with an American man," and he goes, "Neither have I."
That part was stupid.
I will also say,
I think that's the only time throughout all 3 of these films I actually laughed out loud. Like
you cracked
genuinely
up.
laughed.
It was so good.
That was a really good joke.
You did also miss one of the more stupid sequences because the disc was freaking out and we skipped over it.
Oh, when they try
Yeah.
to interrupt the nightclub and they start singing.
because they have Chris Tucker do a little bit, and then Jackie Chan comes down on a freaking like hanging swing, and he sings with them, and it's the dumbest shit in the world, and I love it to death, but it's so bad. And I think you would have appreciated it for what it was, but I digress.
Fair enough. I mean, that's really all I have to say about the third film. I already criticized it earlier.
You did,
It
yeah.
is my favorite joke of the series, though.
Which
Well,
is
probably one of my favorite. I'm not me, I'm you.
Yeah.
You're you.
Oh.
No, you're you.
this was the watch where I was like, oh man, I've liked Who's on First since I was like 12. I just didn't know that
To
it
be
was
fair,
Who's
it
on
wasn't-
First.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the fact that in the second film, they already have a scene where they call a character you, and Chris Tucker has that exact
Yeah,
same
Detective
confusion.
You.
Oh,
Yeah.
Detective You.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who got killed? You. Detective You?
Yeah.
Oh,
When they're
you.
on the boat. That's all. You
Yeah.
know, just
I don't think that one was as good as
recycling jokes a little bit.
It's a little bit. Yeah. I like the third. I unironically like the third version of that better, just because of the
The whole
Okay,
back-
when he
the
does
ping
play
pong,
the other guy,
yeah.
and then he goes, "Who are you?" and he goes, "I'm me."
yeah.
That I was like,
That's what
okay,
I'm like,
at least they're
that's what makes-
expanding on it.
That's what takes it up a level.
Anyway, yeah. No, I mean, the third film was really just the kind of action film that I don't really like watching that much.
That's fair.
French.
French,
And that's all we
Too-
have to say.
too objectifying, too creepy.
Yeah.
Action scenes just weren't that interesting, honestly.
Mhm.
There was, I actually felt like there was more special effects in some of them.
Yeah.
The knife throwing in some parts.
Yeah, the knives sometimes were a little.
Them
You could
falling
tell
off-
when they're in the taxi chase scene. You can tell that they're on the background.
Yeah.
What is this? Toy Story?
Yeah. 1 or 2 shots when they're on the Eiffel Tower. I was like,
You're like, yeah, that's
yeah,
not.
that doesn't
Are
look
you
like
guys
the
even in
background.
France?
Yeah. The helicopter shot when they move around the Eiffel Tower and then you can just see them fighting, like Anakin and Obi-Wan. I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
We have like such a same brain sometimes.
We suffer from the same brain rot.
Jesus.
Yeah.
We have the same case.
This really is just a James with his genuine understanding of how movies are made and movie theory, and you and I just being like,
Memes.
yeah,
Neuron activated.
the memes, Jack.
Anyway, yeah. The third film would definitely soured me a little bit.
That's fair.
And a lot of that not only had to do with the content of the film, but the content in context
Yeah.
of the people making the film.
Yeah.
You really hated Roman Polanski?
Yeah. He showed up on screen and I was like, why does he look so familiar? And I looked him up and because I was like, I'm not going to wait till the end credits to see
Yeah.
this. He's uncredited anyway.
Yeah.
And I read Roman Polanski and I was like, this was 2007? People knew who he was and because he was on trial in like the 70s. Yeah,
Yeah,
not a
remember
good
when he got a
look.
standing ovation for winning for what was that Adrian Brody film?
The pianist.
Yeah.
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 I've seen the movie too. It's actually not bad.
The more I learn about this Roman Polanski guy,
The
the more
more
I
I
realize
hate
he's a real prick.
And that's what he did. He gave real. Anyway.
Anyways, Would you watch a fourth?
If they made a fourth, yeah.
Since 2017, they've been in production. I don't think it's ever getting made
Yeah, I
just
don't think it's
because the
happening.
3 main people who made these movies are like basically canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not happening. I don't think they should either. I don't think it needs to be made.
There was a TV show.
I would watch it. Yeah, the TV show sucked.
Yeah.
I watched
haven't
like
watched
2
it yet.
episodes of it.
I didn't even know it existed
Nowhere
until I
near
was-
the same.
It was in
research-
2016 and only had 1 season. And
Yikes.
it was like new actors. Wasn't
Yeah.
Jackie Chan, of
Yeah,
course.
it was just- Yeah, I don't think they should ever. I think the third was a stretch.
Yeah.
But
It's one of those things because we're living in a time where so many older franchises are getting new remakes and reboots and
Yeah.
sequels. That's exactly what that is.
Yeah.
It's how many ever years after the last one, 6, 7, 10, whatever.
whatever it was. Yeah.
They're coming back to it and they're saying, "Hey, we got the same cast, same crew.
Mhm.
Let's do a Rush Hour 3." And now, in the same vein that we're looking at all this stuff and we're like, "God, why are we doing this? These
Yeah.
movies are crap." Now we're looking back and be like, "Oh wait, this was always a bad idea."
Yeah.
They'll do like a Peacock,
Mhm,
like
something
straight
like-
to
yeah.
release movie,
Yeah.
which is
But I mean,
bad.
maybe you're right. Maybe these really are the Godfathers. The first one was pretty good. Second one's really good. Third one's garbage. I mean,
The amount of comparisons though between this movie and The Godfather kind of got to me a little bit there, where I was like, "Is this actually going
It
to
took me
end up
out.
being
I
like?"
s- I was joking when they got sniped.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was made that joke. I was like, "Hey, this is the Godfather." When they moved him out,
Out
of
of
the
the
bedroom, and I was
hospital
like, "Guys, this is the fucking Godfather."
And then the minivan blew up, and I was like, "Guys, this is about to be The Godfather."
I was like, "Holy crap! This might actually be like Brett Ratner was on a binge that weekend when he was writing."
He's like, whoa.
He's
Anyway.
like, "Why don't we just put these in every movie? Why don't we just put these plot points?"
I mean, anyway.
Anyway,
So, anyways, if you guys want us to review our Godfather series, no, I'm just kidding. That's next week for Nostalgia Month.
Godfather.
For the 5th time on this
Yeah.
podcast. No, I'm just kidding.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I mean, if I had to rank number 3, I'd give it like a D, F.
I couldn't even blame you.
Yeah.
No.
That's
I
all.
personally, I'll be honest, full disclaimer, I had only ever seen this once.
It's one of those films where I feel like I would only own it because I own.
Yes,
the other two.
That's exactly why.
Mhm.
I bought that set for $8 one Black Friday,
Nice.
and I wanted to sell 3.
Remember when there were deals on Black Friday?
Yeah, right.
Remember when Best Buy used to sell physical media?
You guys remember Fry's Electronics?
I don't think Fry's remembers Fry's Electronics.
Anyway,
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 here's Wonderwall.
we want to talk about the box.
yeah.
Yes, so we got our first fan mail.
Well, it's second.
Second fan mail. Sorry,
From
right,
the same
first,
person.
The first fan mail was books that one of us didn't read.
By the way, if you're playing that game, let us know down below where you can see it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, this is from the same recipient who gave us the books.
Little known
This
fan.
is live opening. We've had it for a month. We just never have had time to sit down.
We
and
just
actually
keep
open it.
forgetting,
Yeah,
forgetting about it.
I put it on the counter because I was like, I wanted to remember that it's here so we can
Yeah.
all open it when we're together. And then I was like, nah, it's an eyesore. I put
I
it in
got
my
it.
room, and I completely forgot that it was in my room.
Yeah, we got it literally. What was the last pod we all did together before the new year?
I mean,
The
it
New
would've
Year
been-
pod?
would've
It
been
was
New
the
Year's
end of the
pod,
year, yeah.
because that was the last thing we recorded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So whenever that was, the week before Christmas, I literally got it the
Okay,
day
wait,
after.
before you open it, what do you think it is?
It's some kind of book, I'm sure. Oh, it's a
Sounds
Lego
like
set.
Legos, yeah.
I think it's a Lego set. I think I know
Ah,
exactly
we
what
should
it
have-
is.
we
You
shouldn't
sent
have
us
shook it then.
Legos? Oh man, maybe we should.
We shouldn't have shook it then.
Yeah, why'd you shake it?
Wait, open it for the camera, James.
God, you're
Well,
such a
it has,
bad.
like,
We're podcasting
information
group.
on it.
Oh, hold on. Yeah.
Whoa, that's pretty cool.
What it is that I
Holy
can't
crap.
see.
Pull it out.
Ooh, that's
pretty
super cool.
sweet.
Wow. Should we do a video of us putting it together?
Yes, we'll do a time lapse
Yeah.
on our Patreon. No, I'm just kidding.
Wow. Oh, but it's Disney.
How many pieces is it? 811? That's sick.
That's like an hour.
Wait, is the reel a Lego piece too, or is it an actual film reel?
No, it looks like it's.
It looks like just normal film reel, but it does have Lego versions of Disney movies
Yeah,
on
that's
it.
still sick.
That's really cool, actually.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you.
Thanks, Mr. Harding.
Sorry it took us a month and a half to open it. Bless you.
Thank you.
Jesus. How much is this?
You don't want to know.
Yeah,
Probably-
probably super expensive.
Don't look it up. It's a gift.
Yeah, it's a gift. You're not supposed to know. Oh, does it come with Mr. Disney?
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a minifigure of him, Pog.
Oh yes, I love celebrating.
We got.
anti-Semites.
Hold up. We got Walt Disney. Hold up. We got Walt Disney.
Bambi.
Bambi's in there.
We
We
got,
got both the mouses.
non-copywritten Mickey and Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
We got Dumbo. This is really cool, actually. Oh, that'd be a lot of fun to put together.
Pretty sweet.
It'll become a new centerpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, any
Oh,
final
it
words?
looks a 100. It's the film reel is a 100.
Yeah.
Look at
Just
that.
notice that.
Oh, I wasn't staring at it this whole time.
Yeah, I was more impressed by everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Thank you.
Anyways, thank you. We
gonna have to
appreciate
call
the
him.
gift. We will definitely build it ASAP.
Mhm.
And by build it, I mean I'll record James and Claire fighting on how to put pieces together.
Building Legos is easy. I built almost all of those cars over there. At least the two. On the
I'm not
top.
saying it's hard.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's hard, but
Having
when there's more than one person,
one
yeah.
person do any kind of task.
You just split the bags up.
Until you need a piece from bag number 2, and I got bag number 2, and I'm like, why the fuck are you in my work area?
No, because then you split the book up.
Oh.
Yeah, you build. I'll give you pages. I'll give you pages 50 to 100. You
Yeah.
do 1 through 49. We'll meet in the middle.
Yeah.
Go backwards.
I'm gonna start swinging.
You build it, I'll take it apart, and then you reassemble it.
Yeah. We'll do
Maybe,
something.
maybe that's what we do it. Everybody will build it. Just keep taking it apart between.
Anyway,
Yeah,
Anyway,
so
yeah.
that was Rush Hour. We'll continue right along into Nostalgia Month.
we're rushing into next week.
Let us know what you guys want to maybe see. We got 2 more weeks,
That's right.
so put some recommendations.
Yeah, I mean
down
that
below.
was.
Should we do a nostalgic Disney movie?
There is a specific one that has an anniversary.
That's
I
right.
think it's one of the more popular. I think is
I'd
probably
have
the
to,
most
look
popular.
at the list again. I don't remember.
Stars a certain mouse. Says Cinderella.
Oh, okay. It's the plural is Mises.
Geeses.
Gooses? Mooses.
Mickey Mouse. Miska Muska.
I was waiting. I was going to make the joke because in the third film, when they're like, we're going to meet at the restaurant Jules Verne.
Yeah.
And I was going to say, Gaston.
No one sleeps at the dawn, no more
No, Gusteau. Gusteau.
I'm especially
You remember Gusteau's?
good at
Gusteau's from Ratatouille.
Yeah, from Ratatouille. Yeah.
Everyone can cook.
Anyone can cook.
Anyone can cook.
That's the lesson learned today.
And because all you have to do is follow the instructions. And
Or
a lot of
just-
people don't do that.
Or just have a giant rat. Or that's interesting because, yeah. Just gonna leave it at that.
Catch us next week, guys.